Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we are taking on the final mission for the new, I guess not new, right? But the new missions for the old event, the Fighting Legend Frieza event. So this is going to be with a full rapid growth team. I think of the new 3 missions that there are between Super Bosses, Mastered Evolution, and Rapid Growth, I think this one might be the hardest. Not to say that it's really going to be hard, but I think this one might be the hardest just because of the team itself. It's not really, the best team. You don't have the best choices on here, but I think with this team right here, I think we'll be just fine. Once the new Kale and Cauliflower come out, right, if you guys are struggling with this or, you don't have the units to use, I'm sure they will absolutely help tear this one apart. So let's go ahead, let's jump in and see if we can just get through this pretty quick like we did the other ones. All right, so we will, let's go ahead and have these 2 guys here. Yep, do that with Go Tanks. I'm sure Go Tanks is just gonna take this Frieza out. Do that, and then we'll pick those up. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect with this rapid growth team. Like I said, it's not, the category is not really the best with the picks you really have for teams. But I think once the new Kale Cauliflower comes out,
if I were to come up with a stance that would bring out my full potential, it'd be this.
yeah, I think once the new Kale Cauliflower comes out, and then we finally get the EZA announcement for the old Kale Cauliflower, I think this mission will be way easier. This team will be a little bit better, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see. So pick up a bunch of orbs for Kefla, and then just do that for hit. Yeah, I'm still not anticipating there to be too much trouble with this, just because some of the characters on this team are still very good, and then when you look at like how much older this event is, and when these characters on the team came out, or when their EZAs were, stuff like that, I don't think that it's really going to compare to enough to make this event something extremely hard to deal with. All right, so here, go ahead and do that. Man, that Gohan has fallen from grace. He used to be the slot 1 runner, like had him on almost every team. He was just so good. And now he's just, he's just old. He's an old unit now. He's pretty much fallen off, even with his EZA. So whenever he gets a super EZA, in the future, I think he's going to be stupid. But that is a long, long time off. So until then, he's still decent. He still can be running some of these events, but most of the time, he's not even a thought for most of these teams anymore. And seeing this Kefla now, it just makes me more upset the fact that the new one coming out isn't gonna fuse. It feels like such a missed opportunity. The tag switch Cauliflower and Kale into a Kefla fusion just screams like such an easy win for Dokkan to pull out, and they just didn't do it. They got half of it right, but they didn't do it. So I'm thinking that just means they've got to have a Kefla in the works somewhere, right? In a standalone LR Kefla has got to be coming at some point if they'd opted to not put her in there as a fusion. It's just got to be it. I mean, there's no other explanation for them not to do that when it's such an easy slam dunk. I mean, it could also be they didn't want to take away from, you know, if they're going to easy A the old Tet Kale Caulifla that fused into Kefla, maybe they didn't want to take away from the impact of that easy A. I don't know. You know, having the two Keflas running next to each other might have been too much, and they're just like, we don't want to take away from that. We want to let the easy A have their time to shine. We'll bring a new LR Kefla in somewhere down the road. You know, that's at least my train of thought to hopefully try to rationalize it a little bit. But until that day, I'll take what we get. You know, she'll be in the game eventually, as her standalone LR, as will Kid Buu, right? All these guys that are still missing their LRs and everything like that, they're gonna be here. They're gonna show up at some point.
Worthy rival is what inspires evolution in a warrior's talents. And I'll keep on improving.
Alright, so we're gonna put Hit up front. We'll put Kefla there. That poor Gohan, man. He's just not getting any love today. So we'll do that. We will, I guess, pick those up for Kefla. And we'll grab those for Gohan. Yeah, I'm not going to transform Gohan yet because he has done no attacks or anything. No attacks, I haven't got a hit, nothing. So I just let him kind of sit there and stew in what he is, I guess. That poor character. I am interested to see how well this hit will run with the new Caulifla and Kale unit. I think he's going to be very good. He's already very good. I think he's going to be very good with them. I think they're going to be very good with him. I think they're going to feed off each other pretty well. And then Caulifla's active as well. You know, buffs Universe 6. So that's just a buff to hit. Right? Their team's not very good, so the only person you're going to run on there probably is Hit. And then maybe the new Easy A if we get it. But, you know, that's just going to be another buff for Hit. That's just going to make him so much better. Okay, so now we're on the final phase here. And, yeah.
I have just obtained the ultimate power.
Mr. Piccolo!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
The Pickle Man's here. And he's going in slot 3.
Super Ghost Kamikaze attack! Alright, charge!
Okay, so go tanks up front per usual. We will do that. Let's go ahead and it doesn't need too much, so we'll do that. And pick those up for Piccolo. Let's see. I mean, I guess I'm really not worried if Frieza was a super Go Tanks. Just even with a type disadvantage. Just him being how good he is and this event just being what it is at this point, I'm just not worried about really anything. let's see if these guys can finish it off in this rotation. If not, it'll be over pretty quick in the next one. You know, we'll pop hits, time skip, and then it's game over from there. So it's, you know, either way, this is pretty much done. So, you know, really not even with this team, still not even really even that hard. So, again, old event, I get it, but you know, I wonder if they're gonna do something in the future, maybe where they buff some of these older events. Probably not. They'll probably just keep releasing, you know, newer events, harder events, stuff like that. But it'd be cool to see if they had an option to do like a higher difficulty for some of these older events, right? To be able to still run through them, give them some more use, right? I like the missions, I like all that stuff, but you know, give us, you know, maybe missions for the normal version, and then give us a buffed up difficulty to run through again with other missions or something, you know, something like that, just to bring life back in these older events. Or, you know, these missions do, but you know, to bring more challenge, I guess is a better word to some of these old events. But I don't know, man. But that's gonna do it for today. That's that event. That's done. That is the final mission for this event that came out. So yeah, it really isn't that hard. So you know, if you've got these teams, you can build out a team. You're pretty much almost guaranteed to get through that, especially if you got some of these newer characters. If you're rocking old like 2022, 2023 characters, I mean, maybe you might have a hard time, but you know, these new ones just make it so dumb, so easy to get through. So if you stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know, have you guys taken this one on yet? Have you guys cleared this mission? What team did you use? Did you struggle? Did you not? Do you agree with me on a higher difficulty for some of these older events? I think that'd be pretty cool to see, right? You know, again, bring some life back into them a little bit more, make them more challenging, and have us run through them again. You know, I really wish they would do something like that. So I don't know, we'll see. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.